All right, hey, Mike McGroarty, listen, welcome to spring. It's I think March 23rd here in Ohio right now, and we get started around April 1st because we experience some cold weather. But what we're doing today and what we've been doing is we're pulling rooted cuttings out of the sand beds. These are things that we rooted last summer, and some of these we actually rooted the summer before and just didn't really have a place for them. So these are some. This is Judi viburnum that I'm pulling out of the sand, and of course, here, let me hide this. But basically, what we do, these are a little bit scary looking, and I know this seems harsh, but basically, what we'll do is we whack the top a little bit, we'll trim the roots just a little bit, and we pull them out of the sand. We can pull them out anytime, but I have to pull them out now when they're dormant because they've been in there so long that we're going to do some root damage getting them out. So basically, we pull them out, we bundle them up, and then we're just kind of healing back into containers until we can get them potted, and they actually hold pretty well that way. So I clip the tops off. But anyway, we just opened up membership to the Backyard Growers, the members area, and I want to kind of give you an idea what that is all about. And I really, really, really think that it's in your best interest to test drive it for $7. I mean, we give you 30 days in there for $7. You can go in, you can find plants, stuff like this sells in there like crazy. This is just one ad from one of the members that I printed out this morning. And he's got rooted cuttings, 90 cents a piece. So for 90 cents, there's black pussy willow, blue girl holly, China girl holly, compact Japanese holly, coral butte cotoneaster, linwood gold forsythia, green giant arborvitae, there's euonymus, sky pencil holly, rhinegold arborvitae. And what our members do is they buy these, and they're this size, 90 cents a piece, or they sell them. It depends. Some members are buying, some members are selling. A lot of members do both. And you pot them up and then start to grow them on, and then they use these cuttings to take cuttings from. So I've got all these cuttings in the sand, and we'll kind of wander over here as we talk, but we've got all these cuttings in the sand over here, and last summer we continued to take cuttings from the cuttings that we had already rooted. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but it is pretty much how it works. So I'll walk over and I'll show you how it is. I'm gonna knock the wheelbarrow over. So this is our propagation area. These are cuttings that, this bed right here is actually stuff that we rooted in 2015, and last year we just didn't have the room to do anything with them. So right now we're getting all these out. I just pulled these viburnum out here. The girls are in there right now. They got hundreds and hundreds of burning bush that we rooted, and they're healing them in containers, and I'll show you, what I mean by that. And this bed still has some stuff in it. This was stuff that we rooted last summer. We've taken some out. This bed is stuff that we rooted. We stuck them on August 1st. They're already rooted. And then the furthest bed over are hardwood cuttings that we stuck in November and December of last year. So they're not rooted. They'll stay there for quite a while. But over here, these are green giant arborvitae. And basically what I did is a couple of years ago, I had one green giant arborvitae, and we just tore it to shreds, stuck the cuttings over here in the propagation area, and then we pulled them out and we potted these last spring, and they were only about that big when we potted them, maybe 6 or 8 inches. And to give you an idea, I went to visit one of our members in Pennsylvania a couple of weeks ago, and he's like, "Hey Mike, while you're coming, will you bring me 150 of those green giant arborvitae?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I threw 10 flats or 15 flats. There's 10 in a flat. Threw 15 flats on the truck. That was a $270 order. Now he'll pot them up and he'll get $5.97 for them this spring. So, I got $1.80 a piece. He'll get almost $6 for them. So it's just an interesting process. Now back here we've got some emerald green arborvitae. Same thing. We took one plant, tore it to shreds, stuck the cuttings, and they rooted, and then we potted them up. Now here's what we're doing with the stuff that actually the reason I was going to Pennsylvania is because he had some white dogwoods that he grew from seed in those tubs. I bought those white dogwoods from him. He bought Green Giant Arborvitae for me. So now this stuff is stuff that we stuck as hardwood cuttings. These are, they're a little over a year old. We stuck them the winter before last. So there's Golden Curls. That was a hardwood cutting. That's how much it grew in one season. There's Golden Curls willow. There's dappled willow in there. There's all kinds of Rosa Sharon. And then, so what we're doing now, as a matter of fact, these are the burning bush that the girls just pulled out this morning. We're bundling them up and putting them in bunches just like this. And then we just kind of stick them in these containers and pack potting soil around them. And they'll stay that way for months until we can find time to get them potted. So our goal right now is to get everything out of the cutting beds and ready to go. So, but I want to show you the simplicity of this. Let's take a walk over here real quick. This is Kathy. She's our main genius here.
How's it going?
So basically, this bed, it looks like a landscape, but what it really is, this is our stock plant. So we've got all kinds of different things in here that we take cuttings from, including the blue rug juniper. We'll get a ton of cuttings from them later this year. We've got Little Princess Spirea, there's Gold Mound Spirea, Gold Flame Spirea, Snow Mound Spirea, Burning Bush, Ruby Rose of Sharon. There's some juniper over there, and then on the back, up on top, there's Purple Sand Cherry, and then there's Variegated Weigelia, Java Red Weigelia, Tango Weigelia, and then we've got all these variegated Lorope around the edge that we need to dig up and get divided this spring. So it's kind of, this is like a perpetual supply of plants. It's amazing, but we'll go in there, take cuttings, 4 or 5 weeks later they're rooted and we can pot them and do whatever we want with them. So it's a pretty crazy business. I encourage you to at least get in the members area, take the test drive for $7, hang out for 30 days, meet everybody, go to the buy-sell board, and you're going to see ad after ad after ad of stuff like this. You'll probably see some Japanese maples in there. You'll see rare Japanese maples in there. Anyway, take the test drive. I think you'll be happy that you did.